Welcome back to this week's ZTV. We have a few announcements.
Band has their midwinter concert on the 22nd and the 23rd through the 25th of February. And also, there's a high school girls and boys basketball regional tournament at Edison.
Also, the 24th is the 5A state wrestling tournament in Oklahoma City. Good luck to our wrestlers participating.
ZAP enrollment is coming up on March 30th to enroll for the next school year. Students will be working with their ZAP advisors to pick up their classes leading up to enrollment, where your parent or guardian will approve and sign off on your schedule.
Remember that Lip Dub is coming up. Senior signups close on February 27th and will be open to other grades. Lip Dub is going to be filmed on May 4th, and they will be releasing t-shirt order forms soon.
Our baseball team is selling Claremore Festival tickets at the gate on March 3rd, and there are 3 girls on our swim team who have qualified for state. Congratulations to Sylvia Admire, Berlin Victory, and Summer Pfeiffer.
The 28th is Grad Bash Night at Whataburger. Mim gave us a look into our Counselor's Corner with Miss Grace over scholarships available for seniors.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Grace. I'm the senior counselor here at Claremore High School. I was asked to talk to you a little bit about scholarship information. We do have scholarship applications available in the counseling office, here in my office, and also outside of room 101. There's a bulletin board on the wall, and Mrs. Rahanick will make copies and keep those scholarships available for anybody that wants a hard copy. Most of them can also be done online, and there's a link. Mrs. Rahanick keeps a link and a list of all the scholarships available through the Claremore Public School website under Claremore High School and the Counseling Corner. There's a scholarship stuff, so you can go in there also. Currently, we have the Blue Jacket Memorial Scholarship, the RCB Bank Scholarship, the Smith Family, the Truman Picard Scholarship, Simon Estes, Bailey Educational General Scholarship, Pafford Medical Services, our Student Insights, and the Christian Ministers Alliance Scholarship. So we do have several available here, hard copies in my office. Some of those are due the end of February, so please pick those up. A lot of those are our local scholarship, which is the Blue Jacket Memorial and the RCB Bank and the Smith Family Scholarship. Those are due the end of February. The rest of them are due in March and April. I think the last one's due in May. Each one of them has different requirements, so you would need to look on the scholarship to determine if you meet the requirements for those specific scholarships. I also keep a list of scholarship websites and resources that you all can get a copy of this if you are interested in going on to some websites that I'm aware of. As far as college scholarships, those will go through the specific university that you apply for. There are several, sometimes freshman scholarships that you may be eligible for, housing scholarships. If you're eligible for the Oklahoma Promise, you had to have applied for that by the end of your junior year, so that applies towards your tuition at any Oklahoma university or college. They're also, through the colleges and universities, you can also ask about any kind of endowment money that they might have available or a specific college that you're interested in.
We have more new teachers joining us this year. I interviewed Coach Wallen, our college and career prep teacher, and Tytus interviewed Mrs. Grubbs, our new AP European history and world history teacher, coming to us from Arizona, and here's what they had to say.
My name's Mrs. Grubbs. I moved here from Arizona. I've sort of liked to be a world traveler, so I've kind of gone all over the place, like England, Japan, but Arizona's the longest I've lived anywhere stateside. My family, so I have my husband, who is actually a Claremore graduate, and then I have 4 kids. My oldest is a senior, and then I have a freshman, 6th grader, and a 2nd grader. I went to high school in England, so I was on a military base. It was Menwith Hill High School, graduating class of 24 students. College, I went to OU for a couple years, and then I transferred out to ASU and graduated from Arizona State. I teach AP European history and world history. I had terrible history teachers in high school, and so because I had such bad teachers, I wanted to fix the sort of the stigma of history and say that it doesn't have to be facts and boring. It can be entertaining and interesting and hands-on. I taught in San Luis, Arizona, and I taught there for about 4 years teaching U.S. history. I do like to do family history work, so I like to go back and do genealogy, but other than that, nothing major.
Biggest challenge is getting used to block scheduling. It's an awesome schedule, and I really understand the benefits of it, but from coming from somewhere that's used to a 60-minute class, it's a little bit of change, 80 minutes, 75, depending on the hour, and also on Fridays, they go down a little bit, but that's been the biggest change. Also moving up back up to the high school. With the less amount of students there, you get a better chance of building relationships and authentic relationships, getting to know kids, getting to understand what they're about. And when you have more kids in a classroom, sometimes that's tough because you are right. You kind of have to be in more places than once. And so when you're able to do that and build those authentic relationships, it really, it changes everything. No, I haven't. This is my first time teaching college career in ACT. I've really enjoyed it. First semester was a lot of blast. Sit there, we do a lot of discussions in that class, ask a lot of questions, and I just want to know your opinion. Like, what are your thoughts on this? And because, like, right now we're doing, talking about living wage versus minimum wage right now. And, okay, what do you think about this? And so we talk about their dreams, what they want to accomplish, okay, finances, taxes. Don't want you to go all the way through high school and get out of these four walls and then, be stuck in a situation where you're not exactly sure what's going to happen. You come in, I have some great kids in that wide receiver room. Gage Deckard, Eli Rogers, just name a few. We got Braden. And, just building that group. Rex, I'm trying to think of all the individuals. I know that I'm going to miss some, and that I'm going to hear about it from them because that is what it is. You got that tight-knit group of guys. Ezra, being around the football team and all that, what are we? Flight squad, baby. You got to have that unit, and that's what it's about, building that brotherhood. They have off-season tennis that goes on all throughout the fall. And so not everyone who's on the tennis team is in off-season tennis, as you might imagine. Drew Mason was playing football, and we have some others that are doing some other activities. And so right now, in-season has begun. Still, we're technically off-season still, but, the season begins March 1st. I believe March 2nd is our first match. Tennis is an interesting sport because, whether you play singles or doubles, definitely when you play singles, you're on the court by yourself at that time. But when you're playing doubles, it kind of brings back to the team aspect of it. Hey, it's two of us having to work together to accomplish a goal. And so it's going well. I'm really excited for these kids. I think they got a good season ahead of them, and wouldn't be surprised if state's in the future for these kids.
The academic team went to state this year and got 4th place in the competition. The school board presented the team with a certificate for going and doing well. Hope interviewed the advisor, Mr. Cummings, and some players about the experience.
The academic team is a OSSAA supported competition. We go and compete against the conference that we all kind of voluntarily join in the fall against other schools.
So as I said, you get to state by scoring really well in districts. So earlier this year, we competed against other schools in our region like Tahlequah and Edison to play in districts. And basically the amount of points we scored in each round was added up, and the people with the highest scores in the end placed the best, and we placed the best.
Well, at state, we ended up getting 4th, which is best that we've gotten in years.
The academic team is I'm proud of all of them because as much pressure as there can be when you're sitting at that table, they compose themselves very, very well, particularly considering their ages. I mean, they're still a young team.
So I think that we could work on. Confidence, a lot of us know a lot of stuff, but we didn't act upon it. I can definitely tell you my least favorite moment, which was whenever the senior on the team, Ryan Vance, decided to critique my playing. I said liable instead of liability, and he felt that that was really funny.
So my favorite match moment is when Campbell said liable when the answer was liability.
When we win a game, particularly close ones, and how proud they are that they won that game. And it's a contest of patience, calmness in a high-pressure situation, and digging that knowledge out of your head.
That's all we have for this week.
I hope you guys have a good week. Remember to be real and
And
go
go
Zebras!
Zebras!